How were you able to, get your work done outside of those hours and still spend time with your family? Because I know the relationship that you have with them is incredible, and you don't just win on the field, but you also win off the field, and that's being at home.
Sure. I think it's very difficult, right? I mean, I can't try to make that sound like it's easy to do. I think it's having somebody that understands you at home, that realizes that like what your passion is. My wife knew that I've always wanted more for me and for her. And my passion has always been that, like, look, I just want to give for my family everything that I necessarily didn't have. Like I said, I'll never forget the people that sort of told me and made fun of me for not having designer pants, when I was in third grade. I'll never forget the people that made fun of me that I couldn't hit a baseball. And that's what drove me to play soccer every single day. And the person that made fun of me because I had the fake pair of pants, that's what drove me to mow lawns and, deliver papers and just sort of work and work and work. And when I met my wife, she knew that my aspirations were I was just going to keep working to try to just attain everything. But I wear the same, this, I wear the same black t-shirt, I wear black pants, I wear a black suit with a black shirt. I don't do anything for me. Everything is for my family. I just want to give them everything that I never had. But it is very hard to juggle when you're trying to accomplish great things. I'm home, I'm working. What I try to do is, even if it's just me sitting with my wife, well, she may be watching a show or reading a book. If I'm just sitting next to her while I'm trying to do things, it's just being present and being that I'm sitting next to her. Maybe I am working, but she knows that I'm there. Right. So, and for my kids, like I sit here in my office and next, I mean, we have the success behind me, but I have three pieces of art that sit to the right that says grind, hustle, execution. Grind, verb, to perform repetitive tasks over and over in order to attain a goal. Hustle, verb, to only control a pillar of success. Execution, noun, stop talking and put in the work. My office used to be right when you walked out of my house, and I have the French doors and glass. And even if daddy wasn't home, they got to see those three things every time they left the house. My wife retired at the age of 28. My kids don't have to want or need anything. And that's because daddy grind, hustles, and executes. I make a point to go on vacation twice a year with my children, always. And when I'm on vacation, it took me a while because on vacation, I used to still take calls, but now I've learned to be able to wake up early in the morning. I get out before everyone. I get to the sand. I stick my feet in. I check my emails early. At lunchtime, I'll check the emails again. But other than that, I shut off and I be with them. But they do know that I work super hard, but it's for them. And when I am off, and like if it's for the weekends, I cut out. Everything is for them. But when it's for the other stuff, when it's the homework, they know that like I'm just putting in those extra efforts and it's just trying to get better. And I try to let them know that, look, everything that daddy does and everything that I am doing is so that I can try to provide them with the best life possible. So they never had to deal with the things that I dealt with. And that's feeling like maybe that you're a less than or maybe this. But I also tell them the day that they're not a good human being, this all goes away. Like, I
Yep.
don't care. Like, they can, if they ever become snooty, if they ever do this, I just want them to take care of other people, make sure that they are good human beings. If we see somebody in uniform, we go over to them and say, thank you for your service. Like, we take care of other people first. As long as they are good people, daddy will go out and take care of them. But it is very difficult, to be quite honest. If you want to be great at anything in life, you have to be willing to have sacrifices. And sometimes some of those sacrifices are missing things. It is, if I was just selling, hey, I was working long hours, but at least I got to sometimes be home. Once I started to move up into management and I was managing the Northeast, then managing the East Coast, and then going on a national level, that did require me traveling. And when I was traveling, look, I missed certain things. I missed games. I missed certain things that is tough and it's hard for your kids. But when I am home, I try to extremely be present. Like, to me, my best friend is my wife. She's my North Star. Everybody that knows that knows that. When I'm on the road, I make sure that I call her. I let her know that I'm present even if I'm there, because everything I do for them.
Mhm.
And they know that, so, but it is difficult. Like, I can't stress that enough. It's not easy. And if you want to be great and like truly great, it doesn't Nothing in life. People that think that they're going to just show up and they're going to make that type of money, I'm sorry, it doesn't exist. If you see success, it's not an accident or a chance. It's hard work, patience, learning, and sacrifice. Right. And then to my left, they told me I couldn't. That's why I did. Right. Like, once again, I'm not better than anybody. I'm just going to outwork you. And
Yep.
that's a fact. Right.
I love it. I love it. You know, you outwork everybody in all aspects of your life.